Welcome back. A beautiful day for baseball as the homestand continues. Royals come to town tomorrow, but some unfinished business here in D.C. this afternoon. Again, 90 degrees, a little more than a zephyr. We got a 13-mile-an-hour breeze going today, but still beautiful weather. Maybe rain later. We won't worry about it for now. Mariners lineup looks like this. Cole Young leads things off, and then it's Julio Rodriguez, the DH today. Naylor, Raley, Canzone in the middle. Robles, Mastrobuoni, Pareda, and Colt Emerson, who has a couple of home runs in this series, will bat ninth.
Well, we're going to just call him the opener, because that's what he does. 8th time this year he has been the opener. 27th game for P.J. Poole, 3-0 with a 3.2 ERA. 25 and third innings. We see the numbers with the walks and the strikeouts. The biggest thing for me is with him, for P.J. coming out and getting that first guy. Being able to lock in early is essential. He's given up, I think it's 11, 12 different base runners to reach the first batter he's faced. So for him, getting ahead of these guys early, getting some quick outs, and getting into the Miles Michaelis experience. The defense behind P.J. Poole, and today, Dalen Lyle, he's in left field. In center field is Jacob Young, and Dylan Cruz in right. Best arm out there in right field. Bibas and Abrams left side. Nunez and Garcia Jr. on the right, with Caber Ruiz behind the plate.
Now looking forward to this one, as the Nationals, a couple of rough ones obviously in San Francisco and Friday night, but back in the saddle yesterday thanks to a nice performance from Dylan Cruz.
Well, he's done so many good things throughout his time. It just hasn't been like a ton all at once. Yesterday we got to see some offense, we got to see some defense, and some great base running by him. And you provide energy like he does, it's contagious.
Yeah, and something we could talk about as the game goes on, something that manager Blake Butera talked about today, just his separation of maybe some struggles at the plate not affecting his defense. Here are the umpires today. The crew chief is Corey Blazer. He's over at second base. Jansen Visconti at third. Willie Traynor is at first. And you see Alex Tosi behind the plate. Ready to go on a Sunday as this lengthy road trip for Seattle comes to a close today. Their 10th game, 4-5 over the course of 3 cities before that lengthy flight back home to Seattle, where they hope to get Cal Raleigh and maybe even J.P. Crawford back next week. So the moral of that story, Nats don't have to deal with either one of those two guys today. The ball to no strikes, and that one is tap foul at the plate, 1-1.
This trip is not that bad though. Baltimore and D.C.
Yes, the miles were on the plane,
Yeah.
not so much on the bus.
Yeah.
That's true. But Dan Wilson has his team in first place in the American League West, a game clear of the Athletics right now. A couple of games over 500 at 37 and 35. That one missing outside. And of course, for any of you talking about the pitching plants today, and Poulin going and the terrific numbers that he has against left-handed hitters, just a 143 batting average against. You got lefty, righty, lefty, lefty, lefty in the first 5 in the order.
And you're just hoping again to attack, get on the attack.
Dribbler, tough spot, Poulin safe at first base.
Yeah, that play right there, if it's a righty, a little bit easier. No, I'm not going to say a little bit easier. It's not an easy play.
Right.
Most guys are going to be safe on that in general, but for P.J. Poulin, the way he's got to go after that is just like this. He does a nice job. Cole Young gets down that line pretty good. It's a perfect bunt.
Yeah, really only so much you could do right there.
But look at everybody in the background, right? The seam backing up, Dylan coming in. I mean, you got a lot of things that could go wrong on that. They're ready for it.
That'll bring up Julio Rodriguez, former Rookie of the Year and a 3-time All-Star. Takes one just up and in. He is the DH this afternoon. Three for 7. Check that, 1 for 7 in the series, with a couple of walks and a strikeout. Wave at and miss at a sweeper.
Walking out with him last night in the hallways here at Nats Park. How you feel, man? He goes, I'm 25. I feel great. I was like, I love it. Just keep being you.
A 1-1 from Poulin. Hit in the air toward right field, sending Cruz back, and he'll have room, smashing up against the wall to make the catch.
What a play.
Well, if only we had talked about Cruz and his defense earlier.
I mean, it was a perfect setup. He hurt us. I think this play in general, just you're going back and you're trying to adjust, looking straight into the sun, and watch where he crashes. Arm goes into the fence, and almost lucky that he gets into the chain link, right, instead of that bar that's just like, what, a foot or two over. Nice play by Dylan Cruz again.
Well, now you got to stick him in left field before this one's over, because he made a great play in center yesterday afternoon, and now this one up against the right field wall. Really starting to settle in, and a big out for Poulin right now. Double play, of course, still in order for Josh Naylor, the Mariners' first baseman. 1 for 9, had a home run Friday night late in that ball game. This one out toward left center, and Young won't get there, can't cut it off either. They'll hold the runner at least for a moment, but a bobble in left center field is going to lead to a run. Initially, Carlos Cardozo, the third base coach, had the red light up for Cole Young, but a bobble, and it's 1-0 Seattle.
In the rare bad angle that you see from JY, right there, he tried to cut it off shallow, and then right here. So, what was it? Arizona, they gave him his first error in over 2 years on a play that definitely was an error. This one, they're probably going to give him an error, as they did, double and an error to score. Cole Young.
So 1-0, and a strike right there to Luke Raley, who is in left field.
So they won't give that an RBI, correct? That is correct.
Correct. Raley 1 for 6, a walk and a strikeout so far this weekend. Will ground one toward first base. Garcia will take it himself for the second out. Naylor moves to third.
Might not be the worst thing either. Naylor going over at third base. He was given every sign right there over at second, which you could do these days out in the open.
Yeah,
it's no big deal.
In between the white lines, it's good.
You are good. You are safe, my friend.
I did get fooled one time. I was calling a game, and Kenley Jansen was extra innings, and he just dropped the ball, the automatic balk to move the runner from behind him over to third. You're thinking, what are you doing? He didn't want to give away the signs.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Again, that's one of those where you go to the game and you've seen it all. No, you have not. There's still more.
Here is Canzone. 5 for 14 in the midst of a mini 4-game hit streak. Swing and a miss at the sweeper. So again, figured Miles Michaelis would maybe start to get that right hand pocket or bottom part of the order, or at least get loosened up for the second inning as he heats up, which shouldn't take long on a day like today down in the Nationals bullpen. 0-2 is just fouled outside the third base line.
That was close. Dominic Canzone's got a nice lefty swing that we've gotten to see. Unfortunately, I mean, he knifes that one that way. Great call. Chance Piscotty, right?
Down the third base line, yes, sir. Naylor off at third, 15th pitch of the inning. Seattle a 1-0 lead. A double, no RBI for Naylor. The difference, as this one is popped back behind third, shallow left, and it will be Lyle on a bright day to make the catch. Nationals come to bat when we come back. Well, an early deficit for the Nationals, but all 9 chances to make it up. 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning. And James Wood will lead things off. Luis Garcia right after him, then Cruz, Abrams, and Ruiz. Lyle, Nunez, Vivas, and Jacob Young to round out the order against Emerson Hancock today.
Well, for Emerson Hancock, 6'4", 213-pounder out of the University of Georgia. 14th start in the year. He has been absolutely fantastic. Strikeouts, walks, way up and way down. Lowest arm slot you're going to see probably from any starter this year. I say probably because you never know. There could be someone that comes up from the minor leagues that throws lower.
Right.
But you got to get that your bearing straight. It's awesome having a traject machine down there. Maybe get a few looks on it.
Well, it's not even so much the arm slot, because correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of times the guys with the lower arm slot are just trying to deceive. This guy's throwing 95 at you.
Yeah.
A little different.
The guy that's trying to deceive is Herbie Hancock.
Nailed it. Ball at 2 strikes to Wood. Takes one in the dirt.
And that's the thing that's changed for him quite a bit this year, is that sweeper. Had it last year, but he's like really refined it. And he's got some great movement on it. 159 batting average against the cutter. Usually guys from that arm slot don't have a cutter. It's hard to get behind it enough.
That is launched out toward deep right field, and that will tie the game. Home run for James Wood.
Well, for the 5th time this year and 20th time overall, James Wood with a leadoff homer. 31 times he's been on base as the leadoff guy. 109, 413 feet, and welcome Paul Severino to the James Wood Show. On James Woody t-shirt day.
That's right.
Gets that cutter. First homer on the cutter against Emerson Hancock all year. Oh, just perfection.
Yeah, I saw it a couple of years ago in a past life when James Wood was just coming on the scene, but he is certainly blossoming into that of a superstar, and ideally an all-star as well. Luis Garcia, not too bad himself. That's a base hit into right center field. And a home run and a knock, and the Nationals offense off quick today.
Well, check out the homer again. Look at just his stride, his ability to stay tall, not joking on that, stay tall in the swing, not bending out to go get it. There's so many positives in his swing in general. But just to come out of the chute, I mean, like, this guy is only going to get better.
Well, hopefully that's the start of a big inning. Already the Nationals scoring the most first inning runs in baseball. That's now 57. That homer followed by the hit for Garcia. And 5 leadoff home runs, trailing only Byron Buxton, even with that Ohtani guy in LA. Garcia, who's at first base, 3 for 3 lifetime against Hancock. This one a bouncing ball towards short. And an unassisted double play by the shortstop Colt Emerson. 2 away.
Well, let's check out that pitch. Our Stone StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud, for Emerson Hancock with a 4-seam fastball, the sinker, sweeper, cutter, and the changeup curveball combo. These are the ones that you focus on. Anything above 10%, that's where you give credence to. The cutter's actually been used a lot more of late. And maybe it won't, I don't know. But you see where that 4-seam fastball, he wants to elevate as much as he can. From that arm slot, just an upshoot fastball.
Cut and a miss there by C.J. Abrams. And it's 0-1. Abrams 3 for 7 in the series. Couple of strikeouts. Couple of RBIs as well. And in limited action against the Mariners righty, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. This one popped up off the end of the bat. Drifting toward foul territory is Naylor. And he'll put that one away, but we are even, Franny, in a big way.
Yeah, we get to number 20 on the year for James Wood. MLB.com/vote. Get James into the game as a starter, because we want to see him open the game with that.
And welcome back. Top of the second inning, even up at 1. Last of a 3-game series, and tied, Franny, thanks to this swing from James Wood.
Just enjoy it. It's delicious. I mean, the balance that he has on it. The other night, he hit one that he fell over for the first time.
Drink it in. Goes down smooth every time.
Now I get to hang out on the air-conditioned bench.
Nothing wrong with that either. The DH this afternoon, as Victor Robles leads things off and takes a ball from Miles Michaelis, the second pitcher today for the Nats.
Yeah, the 15th time 1-5, 5-9. He's coming off a start, or an outing, I should say, in San Francisco, where he was just fantastic. 4 2/3, 3 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. And I still think, Paul, when this whole thing is going on, the way that he left them out, because it's one of those starts where I didn't want him to be taken out. I thought he was rolling, or outings that he should have been rolling. He did not budge. Like, he just gave the ball to Blake, walked off, didn't create a fuss. And if he did, it wasn't in front of anybody. And it was awesome. It was as pro, and it keeps things right in line. I told him how much I appreciated that after the game. But it's also part of, the DNA of Miles Mikolas, where he came from, and it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, Skipper was talking about that before the game today. Just, again, that having been around for Miles Mikolas, knowing how it works, being the veteran, being the leader, he is willing to do whatever. And as you know, that one tapped foul. Robles nearly tumbles at the plate, still 2-2. Might have gotten a piece of Ruiz as well. He's been pitching a heck of a lot better, shaving about 4 runs off of the ERA, or at least the difference in starter versus reliever ERA, pitching a lot better out of the bullpen in roles like this, and he's happy to do it if it helps the team win games.
Yeah, especially this is the foul tip. Oh, I don't care. You hear it all the time. Like, I don't care how much padding's there, it still hurts. Just flush. Just to be able to adjust and just like your routines.
Robles fly ball out toward medium deep left center field, but Young plenty of room.
Not make excuses, not be, there's all these crutches that you have, and he's done none of them. It's like, you appreciate that a lot, right? Like, you just want to give it a hug, never let go.
Right.
Stay here. No, I'm serious. Like, it's just like you don't come around people that are able to do that too often.
Well, I mean, listen, all the time in Japan, the struggles that led to that time in Japan, the successes on the backside. I mean, he's one of those guys that has really seen it all in this game, in a perspective that you certainly earn when you get to 37 years old and a 2-time All-Star. Bouncing ball outside of first, foul off the bat of Miles Mastrobuoni, getting the start at third base this afternoon. As you and Dan have certainly discussed this weekend, the infield shuffle, including catcher, could change a bit for Seattle.
I'm interested to see that, because they have 2 moves when it comes to, when Brendan Donovan finally comes off the IL as well with J.P. Crawford. But what we see from Cole Emerson, good God.
Yeah. And
what Cole Young's done at second base, I mean, it's a good problem to have, right? But those things always seem to work themselves out. I hate that comment, but it ends up working every time. You're like, oh, that's going to happen?
That's why you have a plan until you get punched in the face, and then you have to figure out something else. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Mikolas to Mastrobuoni. Tipped and held on to 96 miles an hour. There's a strikeout. Let's send it down to Alexa Dapp.
Paul, we heard Blake talk about Miles Mikolas earlier today, and Blake was asked, when did you know that Miles was going to be so amicable this season and accept any role that you put him in? He said, really, on a Zoom call in spring training, he reminded us that early on, free agency, before the season even started, that he knew that anything that Miles was asked to do, he was going to be there for the team. And I think what stands out in that capacity is the fact that Miles was like, I want to get better. Simon Matthews on that call pointed out a couple of things that Miles could make to, adjust his arsenal, and Miles was all for it. And for that to be the case, especially for even then yesterday, for Blake to go to him and be like, hey, we're going to have PJ open for you, instead of saying, hey, I've been pitching well, what do you mean? He goes, whatever I can do for the team. So just like you guys are saying, I mean, Blake reiterating that today.
No question about it. It's so imperative to have leaders and attitudes like that in your clubhouse, regardless of what the position may be, pitcher in this case.
Because other guys know, right? Like, the guys in the clubhouse know if there's a frustration, you could feel it. Makes things tense, makes everything just go not good, right? And you're Blake Buterri, you're Paul Taboni, you're running this thing. You want things to go right, but you also have to have the guys that follow like a true, not like trying to play, not acting the way, right? Like, not acting it out, They're showing you it's who we really are. This is where genuine appreciation for the job and what we're doing, how we're going to go about it.
Quickly 0-2 to Johnny Pereda, who fouls that one back.
Hey, by the way, since last time I've seen you here, you like our new catcher?
Yeah.
Kabert?
Yeah.
He's a new catcher.
How do you figure?
He's as defensively,
yeah.
You've never seen like a bigger jump in a year span than what we've seen from Kabert Ruiz.
Yeah.
One
Blake
of the best
talked about
framing.
that today.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So welcome to Kabert.
Yes. Threw me for a loop for a second because I am familiar with his game, but
well, the things in the past have been, about pitch framing and just not being locked in there consistently throughout a game. I don't remember too many games this season where you go back there going, wow, that he just cost us. Not one. Stealing strikes, keeping strikes.
And other teams are noticing too.
Yeah.
Because they have come to the coaching staff of the Nationals and said exactly what you're saying. It's like a new player back there.
100%. Bobby Wilson has done such a great job, but we could talk about Bobby, we could talk about everything in the organization building this up, but the player has to be the one. And Kabert's responded just like a pro as well.
Well, his counterpart today, Pereda, waits on a 2-2 pitch. He's got a 9-game hit streak going. Kabert tried to pull that one back, but a little bit too far outside the zone, and the count runs full.
There's that random 97 we'll see from Miles Michaelis. Sometimes I think the guys that crowd the plate a little bit more, like expand that outside for Miles a little bit at times. There it is.
96, couple of strikeouts in a 1-2-3 inning. And we'll see Kabert Ruiz when we come back. 1-1 in D.C.
Thank you for watching Nationals TV today. Tell your friends, stream Nationals games at home or on the go for just $19.99 a month or $74.99 for the remainder of the season. Learn more at nationals.tv. Thanks.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Kabert Ruiz will lead things off, then Dalen Lyle and Nasim Nunez here in the second. 1-1. That one outside. Paul Severino in for Dan Colco today. He'll be back tomorrow. Kevin Franzen, Alexa Dat downstairs as well. Our great Nationals TV crew with you. Trying to win 3 straight series, the Nationals. That one inside to Cruz. 0 for 3 in the series. And as we maybe tie a bow on yesterday and the last 3 or 4 days, it was a really nice win yesterday given how Wednesday went. You have the cross-country flight. Exactly. What happened? You try to forget about it as quickly as you can. But, of course, Friday didn't start all that well. And the middle innings yesterday, you're thinking, well, here we go again. But the bounce back was really impressive. And now you set yourself up to maybe win a 3rd straight series.
Yeah, because you fight that as a team, right? Like, you got to make sure that you stay strong as a unit, making sure that in those middle innings, you don't have those thoughts of, here we go again. This is that youth, though, that they have, the enthusiasm they have to go out and play hard, prepare, hang out with their buddies. It's like playing Legion ball, travel ball for those that are young still. But I think it also helps where you're going up against the Mariners.
Sure, that'll lock you back in.
You got to bring it.
Yeah.
One of the best pitching staffs in the game. Their offense has been rolling at times.
Ground ball toward the shortstop position, but the third baseman Mastroboni makes the play, and there's one down. That'll bring up Dalen Lyle, who yesterday was his bobblehead and had 60 or so friends and family and put on a show.
Yeah, he played for free for the weekend, not just yesterday. Just off the right field wall, his 3rd triple of the year. Yep, that's about it. Everybody excited, the entire crew. I think everybody from Cincinnati Red Series that was there, they're here today again. So lock it in.
Love the support. Hitting .341 over his last 12 games. 1 for 7 against Mariners pitching this weekend. But hot for a couple of weeks for sure as he takes the ball outside, 1-1. That triple, and now with Wood's home run, 4 homers in the series for the Nationals as this one lifted out toward left field, playable for Raylan, and they are 2 away.
Join us in the ballpark this Tuesday, June 16th, as the Nationals host Negro Leagues Night. Celebrate the legacy of DC baseball and snag an exclusive Grays replica jersey presented by AARP. Fantastic sponsorship there. Honor the past. Secure your tickets today at nationals.com/promos. Those unis are sweet.
Absolutely. Although on a day like this, back in the day when the uniforms were wool, not great.
Teeth were made of wool. That's wood.
Wood. Nasim Nunez.
That's where I would say, like, that time had it way tougher.
Yeah.
Is just uniform based.
Sure.
Like, you have your own sauna. You're playing in a sauna.
Yep. Coffee pots may have been labeled differently than they are now.
Kind of, yeah.
But still, when
like
it's
more like a gas station.
95 degrees. Perfect pitch right on that low and away corner for Hancock, and a 1-2-3 frame. We head to the third. Welcome back. 1-1 our score on a lovely family day here. Toy Story 5 day at the ballpark. Last of a 3-game series. Mariners and Nationals. Another home run for James Wood, number 20. Got the Nationals scoring started in the home half of the first inning as Miles Michaelis, his second inning of work here in the third inning. And a strike to Colt Emerson. 9-1-2 for Seattle. Cole Young and Julio Rodriguez to follow. Emerson, a couple of home runs in this series, and in limited time in the big leagues. You see the average at 233, but the OPS nearing 900 because 12 of his 17 hits have been for extra bases. This bunt is going to roll foul wide of third. So when he's had the hits, he has absolutely made them count.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's had some great at bats so far against us. Trying to paint with fine brushes right there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, see, Bebop's playing way back. You got to do it. 20 years old, you hear about him, you know all the prospect rankings for him and everything, and then you see him up close and personal, you're like, he's 20? It's an advanced approach. You see it right there. His defense has been just fantastic at shortstop.
Lead-off base hit, and that's the first hit against Michaelis.
I mean, this thing's going to bounce in the dirt. Look at the changeup down. Yep, he's going to bounce in the dirt.
You mentioned his defense. He made a terrific play at shortstop yesterday, just to get to it and make a throw. And just having been around the sport for so long, he's so well respected. Perry Hill, one of the great infield coaches across baseball for nearly 35 years in the big leagues. And
I miss him coaching first, because when he would run out there, he'd like kind of waddle out there and give you a little wave. The best. Talk to him every time.
Yeah.
First base, and just listening to his conversation. I'd go out and watch him work with his infielders, even when I was playing, just watching what he would say to him. Long time with Pirates too, I believe.
Yeah, spent some time in Miami, and now he's been in Seattle for a number of years.
Infield is his baby, and between him and Wash, I mean, two of the best. Kai Correa in New York, who's the bench coach now. Really good one.
The center for Young, camped underneath that one for the first out in the inning. And it ties back to what we were talking about with Keibert Ruiz. You know, you have to have that good coaching and that good development around you, and then when it starts to click,
right,
you see these players develop to that next level.
And you've been around long enough to know that, like, it's got to be truly the belief and philosophy, the alignment thing is real. So what you're teaching up here has to be what it is in the minor leagues. can't be a new novelty item when you come up here and like, oh, wait, what's that?
Right.
Where I feel like most organizations for a long time were like that.
Yeah.
You go up to a new spot and totally different. The Nats and what Paul Taboni has set out with Devin Pearson, Justin Horwitz is just making sure that everyone's in alignment. We're doing the same things.
Line to left, and that one's going to stay up. Almost hit it too hard, and now the throw back to first. Bobbled at first base, unable to finish off that double play. But that liner to Lyle and the strong throw to first, but just the one out.
Well, great job. First of all, not an easy play for the left fielder. Great throw. Louis did a good job staying back, too. Didn't go out to go get this one. Just checked up enough.
Take a lot of ground balls and work, but I don't know how many hops from left field you work on.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, 2 outs. It extends the inning for Josh Naylor, who had the double. There was an E8, so he doesn't get credit for that RBI, of course, but a run scored on the play nonetheless. That got Seattle on the board. Wood answered in the home half, and here we are, top 3. Emerson, the runner at first, and a ground ball to second. Nunez will make the play. 1-1. Last of the third coming up.
A developer.
Nationals baseball is brought to you in part by Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Paul Severino in for Dan Kolko today. Kevin Franzen, rest of our Nationals TV crew with you. A 1-1 ball game, bottom of the third inning. And it has been certainly a tough go to this point in terms of the strength of schedule for the Washington Nationals. The hardest to this point based on win percentage. And still, Franny, they find themselves a game over 500 thanks to that win yesterday.
I think they're always on alert. I think that helps. I mean, every team in the big leagues has a chance to beat you every night, embarrass you. Got to bring it.
Vivas bounces that one foul. It'll be Vivas, Young, and Wood. 8-9-1 here for the Nationals. And of course, the way that the Braves got off to such a terrific start in the division, there's work to be done there with half or so of the season to go. But you look at the wild card and that avenue to potential postseason baseball, and Nationals find themselves one back of that third wild card spot right now,
which is awesome.
Yeah.
Those out there that had expectations of that before, I think like to have the same stuff as you.
Here are the standings. Of course, the Cardinals and Phillies clear of the Padres and the Cubs right now, but the Nats, the Pirates, the D-backs, and others are all in that mix. Going to make for a very fun summer. Fouled away. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think that we're next homestand. The Phillies coming to town for the first time all year.
Yeah,
is wild to me.
The Phillies have been able to right the ship after making the change at the manager position.
They got Miz the other night, though.
Yo, what a show that was! My goodness.
You just hope he just stays healthy. Just that arm is just so special.
It is, and you love his energy too. He has fun doing it. There's something to be said. That's a called strike, and he's actually going to try to challenge that one. Thought it might have been in off the plate.
It's a whole ball on the plate, isn't it?
A T-Mobile challenge.
Pitches a strike. Washington has 1 challenge remaining.
That is going to be confirmed as a strike. So that challenge powered by T-Mobile.
Well, I mean, look, work out to in, everything away, and then dot you in. He's 0 for 3 now.
Jacob Young taps that one foul. 0-1 to Young. 0 for 3 in the series with a couple of strikeouts. You mentioned it before. You just figured that runs would be hard to come by for the Nationals, for anybody really, against this Seattle team that, of course, made it to the American League Championship Series last year. But just outside the top 5 when it comes to starting pitcher ERA. That is, and they have other strengths too, but I would probably venture to guess that that is their strength if they want to continue to.
Yeah, well, because I mean, it elevates their bullpen even more, right? Because they're going to be as fresh as anybody, as deep as these guys go into games. Almost 6 innings average.
This one to right center, hit pretty well, and hit off the top of the wall. Looked like Canzone was trying to perhaps deke Young into thinking he was going to make that catch, but turned at the last minute. That didn't miss a home run by more than a few feet. A double there for Young.
Get underneath this one perfectly. He had a triple in San Francisco. Very similar ball hit out to right center field. Nice play by Canzone. Barehanded that. Backed up enough early to make sure that it wasn't a triple.
Back to the top of the order. The offense today has been the Wood home run, and now Wood trying to tack on with Jacob Young at second base after the 2-base hit. And while there was a little doubt as to whether or not Young's home run or ball was going to get out of the ballpark, zero doubt on the home run for Wood back in the first inning.
Amazing thing to see.
Misses below the zone, so 3 balls in, no strikes.
Alex Tosi, one of the better umpires in the league, on the ball down especially. Nailed those, huh?
Yeah, and that can be tough because there's a lot of real estate with a guy this tall at the plate. On 3-0, gets the green light, lines it towards center, and that one hangs up. Victor Robles with a leap at the end to make the catch. Good contact, hit it on a line, but unfortunately Robles can cover some ground.
I love when they, I mean, he always has a green light no matter what, but I love when he goes, because again, they're trying to pitch around him just enough. Could be the only ball that he sees in the zone again against Emerson Hancock, so why not? Trust him.
And that's the thing, not all outs are created equal. On 3-0, you get the green light, you pop it up to the catcher, nobody's happy. Right. That was very nearly extra base hit. Luis Garcia base hit his first time. Mentioned earlier, 3 for 3 lifetime against the Mariners starter today. That one lined foul, a ball and a strike.
Well, how about this homer yesterday? Luis Garcia Jr. back-to-back changeups. He loves the ball up, but he makes the decision to go down, and he stays in his legs, gets through it, and number 9 on the year. Just fantastic.
Nine homers and 24 extra base hits this year for Garcia. He's had 15 or more home runs each of the last 2 years, and on a pretty good track to get there again. This one bounced left side, backhanded by Emerson, and we have talked about his defense, so we'll leave it at that. Nice play to end it.
So I got this.
The 4th inning of Nationals baseball is brought to you by your Washington area Toyota dealers. Shop Toyota for legendary style and reliability. Check out the all-new RAV4 at toyota.com. Paul Severino, Kevin Franzen with you here on a Sunday afternoon. A 1-1 ball game as Luke Raley pops this one foul left side out of play. Raley, Canzone, and Robles against Miles Michaelis. who did not start, as has been the case the last month or so. Came in the second inning. Bouncing ball toward the second base bag. Abrams makes the play. One down. Chalk one up for the spray charts. That was right at him.
Right at him. Luke Raley getting down that line. That's one thing that doesn't surprise us. I was mentioning it earlier, like by sprint speed this season, second fastest on their team. 28.7 average feet per second. Same with Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I mean, two of their biggest guys on the team, they're the fastest.
Right.
They're your DNs.
Yeah, I was going to say they could probably play for the Seahawks if that team wasn't so
that.
good.
Don't
no?
say that. No.
Super
It's a
Bowl
rival.
champs. Okay, fair enough.
My team.
Mine too. That one off the glove of Michaelis, and Abrams stays with it. That is a really nice play. Some English spun it back.
Yeah, how about where he caught this? From our vantage point, it looked like he was squared up to it, and then right there, that last hop, it goes behind him. Nice job by CJ, not to panic. Corral it, throw a strike over there to first base, but that hop, look at this, all the spin right before. It's kind of like a slider, what it does to catchers, right? Where it has that spin that goes back.
Can he do it the other way across his body? That one a throw that's going to bounce into the netting. And because of that, it'll be an extra base there for Robles.
Only thing is, don't mind him trying at times, but with Victor Robles, I think that's the one that you kind of running out of the box there. You got to just put it in your back pocket. Great job to corral it right here and see the angles that he's taking now. A little bit more closer, right? Not fading away towards that left field foul line. He's going actually in, trying to create a better angle on that. But he was just too far.
Now Mastroboni, runner at second base and 2 outs. Bounce foul. I know we have the advanced metrics for defense are getting better over time. I was just talking with somebody about this before the game today. It used to be a guy will make more errors because he has more range. That to me was almost one of those spots. Decision making on whether or not to throw it, I get it, but the fact that he even had the opportunity to throw it because he got to it.
And he took a better angle to it. So I feel like timing on that is a little bit more of an issue. If he takes it out towards the outfield,
right,
easy back pocket, boom. But because he cut it off, I think I have it.
This one to Nunez. Busy inning for the infield. 1-1.
Well, Dylan Cruz, back-to-back days showing how good of a defensive player he is as well. Center field, no big deal. Robin Victor Robles, 87% hit probability on that one. No way. He does it in right field too. Are you serious? Great job crashing against the wall. 2 different spots. Dylan Cruz,
who leads things off here in the last of the 4th inning, followed by Abrams and Ruiz against Emerson Hancock. And it will take time. We alluded to it earlier, and you guys have talked about it, I'm sure, over the last number of weeks. Just the building of a routine for a young player who's back up in the big leagues and going through those everyday motions, the importance of that, sticking to it, but also what the skipper talked about earlier today was if there are offensive struggles, you don't see, and that highlight rip proves it, you don't see it when he's got the leather on.
He's a winning player. Winning players do that, right? All over the place.
And you just hope the hits will fall in like that over the leap of Raley in left. And a stand-up double for Dylan Cruz.
Well, how about this? They kind of go 96 in earlier, off the plate, swing and miss, a little bit down, but off the plate in, makes the adjustment. Drops the barrel on it. Great swing right there, getting to it. 104 off the bat. Great carry. You can see Luke Raley. Those are the worst as a left fielder because there's no spin other than the backspin, right? You're trying to read, is it going to go left? Is it going to go right on me? What's it going to do? Stay true on that. A nice double.
And that's again what we can look at now, just because of the advanced metrics. You can look and see, okay, well, the doubles aren't falling or the home runs aren't there. And we used to be able to say it with our eyes, and now we have numbers to back it up. He's hitting it well, but there's nothing to show for it. So looking at it today, the expected slug is 474. That's a line drive, base hit center field. But Cruz will hold at third. Another hit there for Abrams. It's a hit with runners in scoring position, but it doesn't put a run on the board. But the Nationals certainly set up here in the last of the fourth.
No, 27th hit with runners in scoring position for CJ. I think he wants this one more than anything, but let's be honest here. We've ran into a lot of outs here with the Nationals, and look at where, to me, this is it. You see where Dylan Cruz was on that? He noticed where Colt Emerson was, to his left behind him. That's a freeze. Make sure, nobody out. There's nothing, no reason to run aimlessly right there.
Chance to take the lead. Keibert Ruiz, ground ball, a vacated left side, that'll get through. Cruz scores. Abrams was on the move with the pitch and slid into second base, so even though the ball died in shallow left, he couldn't advance. But a 2-1 Nationals lead here in the fourth.
Oh, perfectly placed right here by Keibert Ruiz. Just play Pepper with the left side of the infield right here. That's the reason why when you get that 4 or 5 steps into your steal, you look in, making sure when you see that ball contact, you go first to third easily for CJ.
So they've broken the tie and now looking to really make this a big inning as Dalen Lyle flew out to left his first time. Rips that one. A base hit right field. Abrams around third. He's going to score. On his way to second is Lyle. In there safely. 3-1 Washington.
Well, one of the things that especially this part of the order does a lot of is first pitch hacking. Have a plan, go up there, execute it nicely. 103 off the bat, ready to hit. Double number 16 here.
I think the family and friends are going to be here for the Kansas City series and maybe the road trip and maybe the rest of the summer.
I don't want to speak for the organization, but I would say that they should pay for it. I mean, he had a monstrous series in Cincinnati in front of the family and friends. It was just insane.
Really set up to open things up. Nasim Nunez saw that modest hit streak end yesterday, but he's been on in 6 in a row. The infield is in for Seattle, and that one gets through the drawn in infield. 1 run will score. Robles had a tough time picking it up cleanly, and another run is in. 5-1 Nationals.
Oh, congratulations to Nasim Nunez. Needed that hug. Needed that hug. Just get up there, fire off a great swing, base hit through the middle. RBI is number 21 and 22 on the year for Nasim Nunez.
And that one will get past Naylor and roll up the right field line. Nunez on his way to third will get there easily. A 2-base throwing error, trying to check on the runner. And they say speed kills, but Franny, sometimes the threat of speed kills too.
100% on this one. I don't know what happened to Naylor on that one. I think that, you know, the high ride that guys have on the fastballs at home, I think he had the high ride on that one to first because Naylor just a little bit towards the backhand side, couldn't corral it. Yeah, speed kills. It's fun.
Infield again brought in. This one a bouncing ball toward Naylor, and Nunez safe. using those wheels, an aggressive send, and another run on the board.
It's all about the secondary lead for Nasim Nunez. Work down the line. Contact play. High hopper. Ready to go. Look at that. Perfect job by him. Naylor does a good job to get it, but the slide and how late it is and the hand placement, able to block the plate in that situation because it stays on the infield.
And now this one down the right field line. Making the catch out there is Canzone.
CJ's single, it went hit, double, single, fielder's choice, fly out, all in the first pitch.
And for a young base runner at home, Franny, how important is that hop, that lead, that momentum toward home?
Everyone's going to do it differently as far as the hop or whatever it is. Just as long as that right foot is getting down right when it's across home plate and you're ready to go. He was ready, locked in, and a perfect slide.
At the bottom of the zone for a strike. Yeah, it's just so much about the anticipation. At this level, you don't have time to think.
No.
Thinking is not a good thing. If he thinks about it when the ball is in play, he's out by a foot and a half. And now Wood lines one left field down for a base hit. Offense really coming to life for the Nationals here in the fourth inning. 5 runs home, 2 on and 1 out, set up for even more.
Well, trying to take that sinker in, not in enough. And James, like the good leadoff guy he is, just knifes one to left at 100. Slaps it there. It's a beautiful thing.
And a bouncer toward first. Naylor to second for one, and he's going to beat it out. So first and third now with 2 outs.
Well, one of the things that we've seen throughout the year, it started game 1. Bill Lyle busting up a double play by getting down the line in Chicago. June 14th, we're still doing it. Nice job by Louie.
It'll be the 10th batter of the inning. And Cruz out toward right to put an end to the inning, but 5 on the board. Everybody getting involved on a Sunday afternoon. 6-1 our score. Nats in front as we go to the 5th. I know there's been a disparity of wins and losses at home versus the road and all that kind of stuff, but Franny, this is the offense that the Nationals have had for the bulk of this year, putting runs on the board, a 5 spot.
If I don't recall a homer in that inning either.
No,
I'm just saying like that. Well, that's a part of this thing is that we've watched. People have asked me, like, you know, on my show on MLB, just, is this real? I'm like, you know, early on I was going, I don't know. We got into mid-May and I was like, yeah, it's pretty real. And then it hit June and I'm like, yeah, this is who they are because they've done it in so many different ways. The home run has been a part of it, but they're so athletic. You saw how they run the bases. They have ran into outs. Yes, that has been a problem at times, but it has been about an aggressive out for the most part. Speed has been a huge factor in this.
That's Nunez at second base, staying with it. That had a weird spin on it off the bat of Pareda, but that is out number 1. And I suppose there are 2 ways to look at it, because I like kind of what you're talking about. They put 5 runs on the board without needing to rely on the home run. You love to see that pass the baton mentality offensively. Some people would say that's great for the regular season, doesn't translate as much in the postseason, but either way, it is a way to score runs and get everybody
100%.
involved.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you negate like the lulls in the season. right? If you're a team that relies on the homer so much, when that slump as a unit happens, how do you do it?
Yeah, everybody goes cold at some point.
Yes, and so when you have guys that could, hit a couple bombs here and there, but you could put a ball in the gap, multiple balls in the gap, score from first on the ball in the gap, it's huge.
Brings up Emerson here. 1 ball and 1 strike on him. Had a base hit back in the 3rd. And Michaelis, of course, the beneficiary of that offense as he came in the 2nd inning.
But what's he do? Gets on there and starts throwing strikes. Right? Attack the zone. When we see this team, and you've seen it in the past on day games where it just looked lethargic and looked, I don't know. I know that the stats are out there with day games, and I just don't look at that as much as our eyes show us that this team comes ready to play, especially day games. Ready to go.
Another ground ball out as it goes 3-1, hugging that first base line.
Is Miles going to stand there for a charge? I think Alex Tosi said something to him right there too. Like, what do you got there? Don't pass go here? Oh, there he is.
Saw him yesterday. Jose A. Ferrer loosening in the Mariners bullpen. 6 runs, 9 hits against Emerson Hancock through the first 4 innings. Cole Young a single and scored on the E8 back in the 1st inning. Flew out to center in the 3rd. This will be the 50th pitch of the afternoon for Michaelis, and he goes to the curveball. They'll check at 3rd. No swing.
How about that last inning for the Nats? They only saw 17 pitches and scored 5 runs.
Wow, I guessed 18 and I overshot it. How about that?
1 pitch, ball in play. We haven't seen them do that this year though, as a unit where it was consistent like that, where his first pitch go, like in an inning. We've seen, every once in a while in a game you'll get a couple of those guys going, but
it's usually a getaway day.
Yeah, usually.
But you mentioned it before. We talked about it with James Wood on 3-0. You may only get 1 good pitch. Sometimes it's the 7th pitch of the at bat. Sometimes it's the 1st. And if it's there and you like it,
I just wish more guys would swing 3-0. Just because I feel like then they're all, there's a lot too many guys statue it, not ready to launch on it. Oh, what a pitch.
Great pitch, low and in corner. Michaelis, a 1-2-3 5th inning. Nats in front.
Well, for C.J. Abrams, he has 27th hit with runner in scoring position. Let's take a look at today's Range Rover Sport. Engineered to win. Highest slugging percentage versus fastballs. Why do you throw them at? That's a 4-seamer, 2-seamer, sinker, cutter combined. The 5 of those guys are just, what do you got, 20 or close to 20 for Ben Rice, 21 from Murakami. All the RBIs driven in.
What do we have, 5 guys on that graphic? It might be 5 for 5 in All-Stars right there. Got to be able to hit the fastball.
Ben Rice for sure.
Yeah.
Murakami for sure.
Yep.
Abrams
for
no
sure.
Doubt.
And if not, go vote.
I mean, Max Muncy might be the only question, but he's having a hell of a year.
Yeah. But then again, Dave Roberts gets to.
Not as much anymore, remember?
Really? Oh, that's
they don't have that. Like, they took that out of his hands a little bit.
Yeah.
Jose Ferrer, 35th game on the year. 2.97 ERA. Got touched up for a few runs yesterday, which was awesome to see.
Drops in that slider for a called strike 3, and there's 1 away in the 5th.
For Jose A, he has been fantastic for the Seattle Mariners. We talked about this a lot last year. 71% first pitch strikes that he does, and that's exactly what their MO as an organization is. They lead the league in all those categories, staying on top of it, but he's had the infield defense behind him, and I feel like his numbers have shown. A lot of that stuff for me last year was in the year before. Ground balls, maybe not positioned correctly, maybe not the best of alignment for certain guys. Snuck through, numbers were up. I think they're right where they should be.
Ruiz takes a strike, and you know that pairs with something we were talking about in terms of how the Nationals attacked Hancock last inning. Was get out there, be ready to hit. That's got to be part of the hitters' meetings, right? Leading into a series, hey, this pitcher or this staff, they love to throw a first pitch strike. They're going to be in or around the zone. Let's not wait around.
Well, I think it's more or less like, yeah, first pitch strikes, but he's in zone. Emerson Hancock, like 57, 58% of the time first pitch, which means like that's extremely high, right? So you want to be on the attack, but you also look at his 2 strike numbers, and teams coming into the game today, I think we're like 17 for 147 against them. So you don't want to get to 2.
Yeah, that's right.
So if he wants to challenge you, be ready.
And Ruiz lines a base hit center field. So a couple of hits for the Nationals backstop this afternoon.
We'll celebrate the start of summer with no ticket fees from now through June 22nd. Ticket fees for Nationals home games are on us. That's not you and I or Dan or Alexa. It's on us, the Nationals. Visit nationals.com/June.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for a couple hours. I'm already picking up the tab on some stuff.
I mean, if you want, that's fine.
It'd be my pleasure. Out toward left field. Raley drifting back, has room. And there are 2 away. So Lyle, who had an RBI double in that 5-run 4th inning, is now 1 for 3 today.
By the way, the pitches seen in that inning that we were making the mention of only seeing 17. It's the fewest pitches seen in an inning with 10+ batters.
Wow.
Plate appearances since 2000.
Bouncing ball toward second. Work around the knock. 6-1 Nationals. As we celebrate the Army's birthday, the Washington Nationals join Navy Federal Credit Union in recognizing United States military members for their service and sacrifice. In for Dan Colco, Paul Severino, Kevin Franzen, Alexa Dat, the rest of our Nationals TV crew with you here. A 6-1 lead for the Nationals as they look to take 2 out of 3 from Seattle, win their 3rd consecutive series, and send the Mariners all the way back to Seattle with a losing 10-game 3-city road trip. 4-5 through the first 9 games. Miles Michaelis back to work. He'll face Julio Rodriguez to start. And Rodriguez could not hold up on a pitch that's probably had the edge anyway. It's 0-1.
11-14. First pitch strikes here for Miles Michaelis. So that puts you in good spot normally.
Well, lots of first pitch strikes, lots of ground ball outs. I feel like you could work deep into games that way. Starter or bulk guy, you can give your team a lot of innings that way.
Yep, I agree.
Another one of those outings here for Michaelis as the bulk guy. Rodriguez pokes it foul. Gave the Nats 4 2/3, 3 hits and no runs Monday in San Francisco. And to this point, 4 innings, 2 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts.
Nats were trailing against Logan Webb, and I feel like that was a big part of it. If they'd scored, they probably kept him in because the game was so close. We went to the pen, and you see 6-1 game. Pen is very, very quiet.
Nunez puts that one away. 1 down here in the 6th inning.
I believe in the good baseball karma, though. I think the way that, again, that he responded coming off the mound, it shows, number one, how much of a pro he is, but number two, just good things happen, good people. Keep on keeping on. It's not just about you. It's about the whole entire team on this. Come back out the next time and continue your good ways.
And it very well may be how he's wired, but also heard it from Alexa earlier. And this is kind of what the Nationals talked to him about during free agency, and knowing as you look at the position players, at least on this club, it's a relatively youthful group here.
Right.
And the importance of having, as Naylor fouled that one off of his shin, the importance of having that veteran leadership. And this is
you don't see this from him.
No.
Wow.
Not what the Mariners want to see.
Oh. All right. To me, that means that there was something already there.
Yeah, because it got all the shield, which
it did, but it takes a little bit of the blowout, but not all of it.
Right. Yes.
Those are the ones that make you sick to your stomach. Really, truly do.
Very ginger on that right foot right now.
No big deal after the game, just a 5.5-hour flight back to Seattle. And it's just like the stuff that, people wonder, that's why like what Cal Raleigh did last year with his 60 homers is still one of the most fascinating things because of the position that he plays, taking the beating that he does. Flights that they have to take, right? I mean, they fly more than anybody every year.
Lead the league in miles. He seems to be having a tough time walking that off or getting some of that pain or sensation out of there.
Right when he did that thing with his foot right there, he's shaking it out a little bit. I feel like that's the moment he had feeling again. So why not? Just go right back in there, huh?
Yeah. Well, he stays in because, Franny, he's tough as
nails.
Go see. That's good. For those at home, we try to rehearse all of our ad libs starting at about 10:30 this morning. Glad that one worked its way into the broadcast. 2-1. Well, he's still hobbling around home plate. This very well could be one of those finish the at bat and get off your feet for the last few innings sort of situations.
Still lets it eat though.
Randy Arozarena, a big part of this lineup, of course, on a daily basis. Not in there today. Has been dealing with a hamstring injury. Naylor out towards center field. Young drifts back a few steps, makes the catch. We noted Raleigh, hopefully, at least for the Mariners, coming back Tuesday. Maybe J.P. Crawford as well. So it's a little look at the health report of Seattle as they go their merry way after today.
We'll say he ran better a little bit going back than I thought. That guy knows a thing or two about taking a beating behind the plate. Wilson.
Ball outside. Luke Raley, who's 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to first, ground ball to short. $14 home runs for him this season. Had a career high 22 homers a couple of years ago in 2024. Comes up empty on the sweeper. A ball and 2 strikes. And the changeup misses outside. Michaelis got to as high as 93 pitches in a relief role back on May 17th. The most pitches he's thrown this season, 97. That was in a start at the end of March. Second game of the year. Ground ball, and Abrams backs up to get a good hop, and that will do it. 6-1 as we roll along in D.C.
From the
You know you can vote every day to make your favorite Nats players all-stars, right? Well, yeah, you can. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star ballot, or visit MLB.com/vote. Please, Nats fans, let's do it. Make it happen.
Nick Davila is on to pitch. This will be his 10th game, third pitcher of the afternoon for Seattle. There's a line drive, base hit.
Shocker, first pitch.
Yorvit Vivas into right field, just past the new first baseman, Patrick Wisdom.
Yeah, you see the slider sinker, a four-seamer. Righties still no hits against them this year. 333 average, that went up against lefties. Slider, four-seamer, sinker to lefties. Slider, sinker to the right-handers.
Young drops down the bunt, but bunts it foul.
High leg kick from him, man. Jorby had any idea about wanting to steal? He's over 1 on the year. Might be a good opportunity to maybe hit and run still. 6-1 game, 6th inning. Say this, nothing's out of reach.
Can never have too many.
Never.
Heard that once.
We've seen it once already.
Well, it's an interesting point, too, and not to necessarily get back into what happened in San Francisco, but to move past it, right? And you guys talked about it on the road trip, and you mentioned learning how to sweep a team, learning how to finish off a sweep, as this one's grounded outside third. There's so many of those little things over the course of the season that a young team has to learn how to do. And really, right now, you're kind of in the midst of one of those things right now. You had a tough one Wednesday. You had another tough one Friday. How do you bounce back after? You can't take those losses off the board. How do you bounce back? Last 2 days, it's been good.
It's been good, and I think a lot of this has to do about Blake Butera and the way that he responded towards his team right after the game. Letting him know, like, hey, yeah, this sucks, but this doesn't define you in this moment in everything. It's not like you move forward. Be mad once we leave.
Yeah.
Like, we're on. Like, this is not going to ruin what we have started on. And that message for a young manager, just being able to have in the moment say that, I think is the part where he doesn't get enough credit for. Have a feel. Well, let's check out our Miller Lite moment. What do you think it is? Oh, how about the first at bat of the game for James Wood? 31st time this year he has reached base. This time it is the 5th leadoff homer. 109 off the bat, 416 feet. Another loud noise.
Number 20 on the year. And a nice bounce back after Seattle scored in the top of the inning.
Woody.
I haven't seen 5 yet. I don't think I've seen.
Is it out yet?
I don't.
Pitcher's called the ball. Catcher's challenging.
Going to challenge that one.
He's 7 for 21, so he might be wrong.
Yep.
Pitches the ball. Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
Close. A little. Love the smirk there for Pareda. That one confirmed. So 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, but I'm not special enough to get the advanced copy of it. No. Is what I'm getting at. I'm not part of the Screen Actors Guild or whoever gets the advanced movies.
I hope James is.
At this point, one would think. He did a phenomenal job with the first 4. And when he hits them, he makes them count. 14 homers have gone 400 or more feet, including that homer in the first inning. So maybe not just the festivities on Tuesday in Philadelphia. Derby?
Oh, yeah. He did his one. He was fantastic in it.
He did his one. He did. It's good enough.
Well, I say that because I think the heat is going to be an issue. And I feel like we saw it in Atlanta. It was hot. The heat wave going on in East Coast. Who knows what happens during that time. But I'd prefer for him, who's going to be leading the league in plate appearances by 50 by that time.
Take an extra day.
Just enjoy.
Okay.
Just have a Gatorade.
Gotcha.
Sit there, watch the game, or watch the Derby, and then go off during the game.
If you can experience it once, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
and he experienced the heck out of it.
Yes, to be the leadoff guy in a home run derby and put on a show like he did. By the way, those balls that he hit today that were over 100. It's now his 82nd and 83rd times this year that he's hit a ball over 100 miles an hour. Put him second to Matt Olson.
Well, that was the old adage before we had all the exit velocity. You hit the ball hard, good things will happen.
Yeah, and then they get mad. They like the old school guy gets mad that you say, "Oh, the exit velocity." It's like, yeah, so it puts a number on it for the fact of saying hitting the ball hard.
Right.
Like, what's the problem with that? Now we define it.
That's all it is.
Played with plenty of guys that are like, "Oh, I got that one." Like, did you? Like, you go back and think about it. Like, did you really?
Maybe not. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second base is Vivas, and Wood after the walk is at first. And Davila goes to the slider for the strikeout. Let's check in with Alexa Dat.
Hey guys, earlier today it was pretty awesome. There's this program called Team Up presented by Innova that allows younger softball and baseball players to come and sit in on a Q&A with their favorite player. Well, Kay Cavalli was that player today. We had a bunch of fun questions to ask him. He told them how to pick up a teammate when they're having a bad game. He gave them some celebrations for their next home run, like a chest bump and a bat flip. And he said his favorite snack was cinnamon rolls. I asked him how many he could eat in one sitting, and he said 5 or 6. I was like, wow, okay, that's my favorite Kay Cavalli stat today, Paul.
All right, so wait. We got to talk about this, though.
Yeah.
What kind of cinnamon rolls? Are they
the ones the size
rolls?
of your head? Yeah.
Well, yeah, he said it depends on the
ones
size.
from Cinnabon?
But I'm like, I think you're just kind of, trying to make yourself feel better. I think you just love cinnamon rolls and could eat as many as you want in one sitting, like everyone's favorite food, right?
We need to test this. Prove it. You should have said prove it.
Well, I had the cinnamon rolls. I think he would have.
I'm in.
I'll be at the airport in a few hours. I may try it myself.
There is a Cinnabon there.
How many could you eat in a sitting, Paul?
Oh, boy. Well, I'm trying to make a good first impression, so I'll say 1.
Okay.
But ask me again in a couple of months, and I'll say 5.
Okay.
There's a ground ball towards second, spinning, throwing. That is a really slick play at second base by Cole Young. Kept a run off the board, but 6-1 our scores. We go to the 7th.
Provider or request Cologuard Plus online.
Welcome back. For every strikeout recorded by any Nationals pitcher this season, the Washington area Toyota dealers will donate $50 to the Children's Inn at NIH. And so far, 3 strikeouts for Miles Michaelis, who came on in the 2nd and still going here in the 7th. Continuing, Franny, to do what he's done for the most part out of the bullpen in this bulk role. Mentioned it earlier, the starter versus reliever ERA, the difference of about 4 runs, as that's a base hit for Canzone into left field. But really just giving the team innings, quality innings, and thanks to the offense that he's got in his back pocket today, a chance for the Nationals to maybe take 2 out of 3 here from the Mariners.
And it's really one of the first times that we've seen him get offense in a while. Right, he was going up against Gavin Williams in Cleveland. They got the loss. Miami. Nats don't like Miami.
They're not alone. That one a ground ball toward short, and that is going to be a double play. Taylor made on the turn, 6-4-3 behind Michaelis.
Yep, very nice. Oh, man. He did it. One pitch, love it.
Two away now for Mastroboni. In there for a strike. A strikeout and a ground out for Mastroboni. Handful of games since getting recalled.
See Caber right there. He's getting to a point where he's wanting these. Working so hard at receiving. Like the way that Bobby Wilson had him and Drew Mills out before the game yesterday on the field working on it. Pitches down, pitches to the top. He talks about the speed bag at the top of the zone. Gotta be quick. It's not about a yank.
Another ground ball and another ground ball out. What an outing for Miles Michaelis. A 6-1 Nationals lead as we stretch in D.C.
Moderate to severe.
Welcome back. Nice afternoon to this point for the Nationals. An early run for Seattle, the James Wood home run in the bottom of the first inning, and then a 5 spot on, would you count it out, 17 pitches? This was 5 runs, 17 pitches in that 5th inning. So that's that. Last one here against Seattle, and then the Royals come to town for 3. A day off before a quick trip down to St. Pete, and then back home for a 4-game set against the Philadelphia Phillies. The series against the O's coming up as well. So all in all, we've talked about it before, the strength of schedule that the Nationals have had to deal with. It's not going to get a lot easier, but that's baseball in the big leagues.
And that's what it takes to prove to everyone that you can do it, right? Like, strength of schedule is something when it's a non-expectation, I feel like, right? When you don't have expectations on the team and what is going on going into the season, you think about, well, this team's better, this team's better. Look at how hard this is, until you start becoming that team that everyone's trying to beat. That's what you're trying to attain.
You are the strength of the others' schedule.
Yes,
is what
absolutely.
You're saying.
And I think that's it. It comes with the territory, right? You earn that right to be the hunted on.
Back to the bullpen for Dan Wilson. Michael Rucker takes over. And inside there to C.J. Abrams. It'll be Abrams, Ruiz, and Lyle here in the 7th inning.
Saw him Friday night. 1 inning of work, 1 strikeout.
That one to first. Wisdom, who took over for Naylor, we assume, after that foul tip off the shin, will make the play over to first, and there's 1 away. Seeing Wisdom bounce around the diamond a little bit for Seattle. They have a few guys that can do that. More and more rosters have that positional versatility baked in. But we know where Ruiz is going to be most nights, and that's behind the plate. And at the plate today, he's had a good day. A couple of hits, including an RBI in that 5-run 4th inning. They said the 5th before, but the 5-run 4th inning, which is the difference as we play on in the bottom of the 7th. Rucker, an 11th round pick of the Cubs in 2016 out of BYU. Brings home the 0-1 pitch, and that one is sent in the air out toward deep right field. Going back and gone. A home run. Keibert Ruiz.
Well, elevate to celebrate here for Keibert Ruiz. His third 3-hit game of the season. 4th home run here at home. 4 of his 6. And why I said that was because early in the count, he swung at a pitch down well below the zone for a first pitch. So you got to elevate. Did just that. Beautiful swing. Nice job by Caber. 101 and a great catch by that fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, arguably one of his most well-rounded days of the year. I mean, he's got the 3 hits. He's got the home run. Look at the 1 run on the board. He's been certainly helping Miles Michaelis navigate through this Seattle lineup today. So Ruiz has been one of a number of stars today for the Nationals.
Well, one of the things that we've talked about with him, and you can speak from seeing it from the past, just that doesn't matter about Caber, but anybody else. Catchers especially, like the Cal Raleighs of the world where they catch every day, for the most part. They're not always there. JT Realmuto, you were around it. He's fresh.
Yeah.
Him and Drew Millis, them playing so, back and forth quite a bit. Yeah. Would you like to play more? Sure. But it's kept him, I feel like, way more fresh mentally. Not only just the physical part, but mentally. And you're seeing better swings, you're seeing better decisions, you're seeing better games called behind the plate because it's not the repetitive, I got to go 7 days this week.
Yeah.
Of catching every single one.
Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there are 2 away here in the 7th inning. And that's what made the Raleigh offensive season last year so impressive, was the fact that he had to navigate the catching side of things with all of the information, with all of the different pitchers that run through there, and
switch hit.
And switch hitting, right? And you make a great point on Ruiz. Do you want to have a guy go out there and play, 7 of 8, but 3 of those he's dragging a little bit, or would you rather have him play 5 and they're 5 great ones? And I think the formula seems to be working with how it's going this year.
I think so. And you're seeing guys that are for the first time, I feel like consistently wanting to throw to Caber. And that's a huge part of this too, is building that trust there. Right. And so then the fresher you are, the more that these guys are seeing you in that spot. You're like, yeah, I can't wait. Caber's there. Drew's there.
And that pitch is there, down and in corner. Good spot there from Rucker. Ball and 2 strikes on Nunez.
Would you wear that shirt behind home plate? I'm just wondering.
Let me see which one you're talking about.
We'll see it. Trust me.
If I put a highlighter in my pocket and it exploded, yes,
okay.
I would.
All right. Well, for Caber Ruiz, his 6th homer of the year, he gets behind that one. Put the boys up 7-1.
Welcome back. Miles Michaelis back to work. He's been terrific. The offense has been great. Nationals trying to take 2 out of 3 against Seattle in this weekend set in D.C. before the Royals come to town starting tomorrow night. Johnny Pereda out toward right field, and it hangs up for Dylan Cruz, 1 away. "77 pitches here for Miles Michaelis in a day where he came out of the bullpen starting in the 2nd inning. He was listed as a starter. We found out today that he would pitch as long as he could today, but not right out of the gate. And boy, has he been terrific. That was the breakdown of pitches so far, and they really have all been working.
Yeah, and they have, and they're going to get Clayton Beeter going in the bullpen. I think a lot of this has to do with the last time out for Clayton Beeter. Like, it just been in San Francisco, we saw it took a while, right? He'd been off for 4 days. It'd be about the same amount of time he's off on this one. You just want to get him going, make sure that he's staying loose out there. Well, the party doesn't stop after the finals. Or start, whatever. Join us at the ballpark Tuesday, June 23rd, as the Nats take on the Phillies and snag an exclusive Nationals basketball jersey. Shoot your shot at nationals.com/promos.
There's always a party, I think, is the moral of the story. There's a party
for that guy. I'll party for that guy. Jalen Brunson, what a stud.
45
but
last night.
More
Pitchers call the ball, catcher's challenging.
taking $100 million less to make sure that he can get enough guys there.
It's amazing.
Pitches the ball. Washington is out of challenges.
So that ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile.
It's just, to me, again, spot to do it. No, like especially when you're up 7-1, it's not just about like challenging that one. Is it a leverage count there? No.
No, that's in there for a strike. 1-1.
And maybe that's why he did it. Maybe he felt like he's gotten a few up there that, okay, I should challenge this. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
A single in the first inning came in to score. Did Cole Young scored on what was an E8 on a double for Josh Naylor. So no RBI, but that the lone offense to this point for Seattle. Another ground ball backhanded by Nunez and dug out by Garcia at first base. Nice play on both ends.
Well, look at Natty. Natty's getting all grown up. Okay, Cavalli always around the dog. We love it. Natty visiting the clubhouse earlier. 7-1 Nats.
Slide.
Well, thank you to all United States military members for your service and sacrifice, and happy 251st birthday to the United States Army. Glad you're with us today. Paul Severino in for Dan Colco, Kevin Franzen, Alexa Dat downstairs, the rest of our Nationals TV crew with you. A 5-run fourth, another run in the 7th inning. And all of that came after a James Wood homer in the first to get the Nationals scoring started today, as Andres Munoz takes over out of the Mariners bullpen.
Yeah, here's their closer getting some work in. 27th game on the year. He's 10 of 15 with his saves. 5-1-8, which is the craziness of it. And he starts all the way over on that first base side, and watch how much he goes over. Crossfire action. High velo on that fastball, but tons of sliders.
Like that one right there. Rivas comes up empty.
It just visually, you just cannot follow him as much as, because I feel like sometimes as a hitter, it moves the plate a little bit. Like being able to not fall with him, he'll go that way. And you chase that slider. You chase off the plate.
Plays off the fastball there at 99 miles an hour. And typically, you know, you're not locked in too much on ERAs. You mentioned the ERA up over, what, 5 for him. But a lot of that was a 5 earned run outing against the Padres in April. He's kind of been chasing that ever since. He's had a boatload of scoreless outings, 18 of them. But you put 5 and you're only working a handful of innings a week. It takes you a while to get that ERA back down. Off the end of the bat, and Pareda pirouettes behind the plate.
The crazy thing is, you look at it. Did you get hurt? Just walking around, I was like, whoa. Last year with his slider, 109 average against, had 60 strikeouts on it, no homers.
Wow.
This year 154, not bad, but compared to the 133 slug against that pitch last year, it's a 323. That's a huge jump for a pitch that he throws so much.
Well, you may have picked up on something, because Pareda is out to chat with him, but
they keep looking in the dugout.
Yeah, but apparently nothing too alarming. Yeah, I agree to your point on maybe the one pitch being a problem or the problem or whatever it may be.
They're going to start getting someone warmed up out there.
Yeah, maybe just in case. But in 64 games last year, a 173 ERA, as that one's in there for a strike to Young. Doesn't look too affected as Edmonds at 99 miles an hour. Alex Hoppy loosening up.
Nice little comb over.
That one into left and down fair. This one could be another run. It will be. Nationals continue to tack on. Jacob Young with his second double of the day.
And a slider down below the zone on this one. Watch him go get it. This is a ground ball all last year, years before. Elevate, just drop that one. Second double of the game.
And now there will be some medical attention there on Munoz. Saw it on ball 4 to Vivas that maybe there was something not right. His next pitch was 99 miles an hour. But maybe not.
It looked uncomfortable, and then the way that he threw, there was a reaction he had right after. I saw right away. Not saying I was trying to call it or anything, not trying to get kudos on it, but it's just one of those where you're like, that didn't look right. He's not someone that walks around as much as he did right there.
Yeah, and this makes all the sense in the world. Hopefully he's okay and more precautionary than anything else. But of course, he's such a big part of that bullpen, and the Mariners have high hopes for the rest of the summer, so play that one safe. We'll be right back. A pitching change here for Seattle in the 8th.
Calling all kids and kids at heart. It's Family Fun Days at Nationals Park. Every Sunday of a homestand, kids 12 and under can enjoy fun zones, photo ops with mascots, and more. Plus, kids 12 and under get to run the bases after the game. Head to nationals.com/kids. Anyone over that, get arrested. Bye.
8-1 our score. Nationals with that 5-run 4th inning, but you know what, Franny? Nice to see him tack on some runs late, too. And after the apparent injury there to Andres Munoz, Alex Hoppe going to take over in this his 17th game of the year.
Yeah, they got to see him yesterday. Alex Hoppe. 17th game, 5.21 ERA. A lot of strikeouts. A 1.32 whip. Sliders. Four-seamers, 97.5. He's got that little sinker to go along with it. Try to elevate him as much as you can. Chase down the zone. That's where he wants to get you.
So it brings up Wood, run in, and a runner at second base. And that one taken below the zone for ball 1. Way back in the first inning, his 20th home run, a no doubter to right center field. Got the score even, and now it's been 8 unanswered runs. This one right center again. Another extra base hit, and one hops the wall. Another run on the board for the Nationals. And James Wood having himself a day. Right now a triple shy of the cycle.
Yeah, 5th 3-hit game this year. If you're really counting, he's got 7 because he has a couple 4-hit games, but don't worry about it. Fastball in, the quickness for a guy that's 6'6". We all know he's not looking to try to pull. He's got to be quick inside. He drops the barrel on it and absolutely blasts it. 104 off the bat. Now 84 balls over 100 miles an hour off the bat of his this year.
Well, we talked about it in our open today, Franny, about how Wood and Abrams have done the bulk of the leading when it comes to the offense and the production, and how yesterday's win was a well-rounded win. This is feeling like that as well. Great pitching today and well-rounded from an offensive perspective, because it's not like, okay, you know, Wood's having a nice day, a home run, 3 hits, but it's not as though he's driven in 7 of the 9 runs. Everybody's getting in the mix offensively, and that's been great to see today.
Yeah, and that's been the common theme. If you can get the lower third to do something.
It's about 52 feet, and it goes to the backstop. That'll be a free 90 for Wood.
And you got a 2 RBI single by Nasib Nunez there. I mean, if you want to go back even further, go, you know, Dalen Lyle with a double. You have 2 RBI single by Nunez, single and a walk by Bibas, and then you got a double, 2 doubles and a RBI for Jacob Young. I mean, that's doing what you're supposed to do down there. get on base, try to create havoc, try to create some traffic for James.
And let the big man cash in. Big man at third right now. A couple of runs home in this inning. 9 runs, 14 hits for the Nationals. And still nobody out in the 8th inning. Until now, a swing and a miss, 1 down. Well, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals.
Luis Garcia Jr. in that situation this year, runner at third, fewer than 2. That was only the second time he didn't get the guy in. 12 for 14 this year. 51% league average, and his is over 90%. I'd say that's okay.
Yeah. Bouncing ball toward short. With the infield back, less than 2 outs. Another run comes home. Productive out number 2, and it gets the Nationals to double-digit runs today. So Cruz, who doubled and scored back in the 4th inning, has himself an RBI. It's 10-1.
James, I believe that's his 19th time this year with multiple runs in a game.
Clayton Beeter continues to loosen in the Nationals bullpen, assuming that's it for Miles Michaelis. What an outing for him.
Sorry, number 20.
Oh, don't shortchange the man.
Yeah, no, 20 times he's scored multiple runs.
Think of all of that power that he's got, but really almost a mix of the old school leadoff man that gets on, can use the speed a little bit, but also the new school leadoff man, which is give me some power right out of the gates.
Well, there's something that, I don't know how much closely you followed this, but like he had like a 7-game stretch where he was going 4 more pitches to start the game, and all pitches being different. So meaning that like every guy behind got to see the full arsenal as far as like, oh, this guy's willing to go there right now. Right? Sometimes guys will hold back just enough so you're like, when's he going to bring that out? It's right away to him, and I've never seen it like that. You know, you'll get a couple of fastballs back to back here and there, but he hadn't seen a back-to-back heater, you know, to start a game until I think yesterday.
Well,
it's wild.
Again, you look at the kind of those basic numbers of the home runs and the RBIs, the runs scored, all that stuff is great, but what you're talking about is, to me, for whatever that's worth, the development of a really good professional hitter. It's a fly ball out to left field off the bat of Abrams. 3 more runs on the board to make it 10-1 as we go to the 9th. Welcome back. Kind of a throwback here, huh? Little baby shark from 2019. Hey, whatever works. Putting 10 runs on the board.
I guess so.
Keep it up. The new pitcher is Clayton Beeter. This is his 19th game of the year and trying to close out what's a 10-1 Nationals lead.
Yeah, for Clayton, just trying to get up there, throw that slider, get it in the zone. I like being able to get out there and work, but do it against guys like Julio Rodriguez, Luke Raley, Dominic Canzone, those type guys. Still get that adrenaline going.
Rodriguez a cut and a miss at 95 miles an hour. An 0 for 3 day for the 3-time All-Star. A couple of silver sluggers for Rodriguez, who has the average right now just a tick under 250. Takes a ball outside. Kept him to a 1 for 10 to this point in this series. And while Rodriguez may be going through it, as every player, and every good player does over the course of the summer, the last thing you want is for the stud who's going through it to find it in your ballpark.
For sure.
So keep those slumps going. It'll be somebody else's problem starting Tuesday back home.
I think the pitch execution against a guy like him has been pretty awesome throughout the entire time. Not missing over the heart too often.
A check, and he went. So maybe in the future there'd be a challenge for that, but for now it's a strikeout, and there's one away in the ninth.
From up here, it didn't look like it at all.
I'm with you, but I've worn glasses since 3rd grade, so I'm the last guy to ask.
All right. I mean, that close, but I still think that I'm on the no chance.
You're a hitter at heart, aren't you?
Always will be.
Always. One down. This is Patrick Wisdom, who came in for Josh Naylor. No word on Naylor. We assume that it had to do with that foul ball off the right shin, the front shin, when he's in the box. Stayed in to finish that at bat.
3 injuries that have caused guys to come out of games with Andres Munoz, Randy Arozarena, and now Josh Naylor. I mean, it's.
Wisdom flies out to the track, 2 away.
It's a tough way to end this series here. Play beer, though. It's a good way to end the series. That quick outs, really.
And now Luke Raley, the last thing standing in between the Nationals and their 3rd straight series win. Peter deals. Here's a good slider to get ahead, 0-1. The game started by P.J. Pullen with the first inning, gave up a run, but then 7 strong innings from Miles Michaelis. Scoreless, just the 3 hits allowed. Offense pretty balanced throughout the day, both up and down the lineup and throughout the game. A run in the first, 5 in the 4th, 1 in the 7th, 3 more in the 8th. And 1 strike away from taking 2 out of 3 from Seattle, which they do. Froze them on a perfect pitch down and away. 10-1 the final score. Nationals do in fact win another series. And for as rough as it may have been leaving San Francisco, and as rough as it was after the first couple of innings of the rain delay Friday night, you sit here, Franny, on Sunday afternoon at just about 4 o'clock. You're feeling a lot better now than you were Wednesday.
Well, yeah, because a 2-hour, 20-minute game helps that too. You know, look, this team has shown that being young, being resilient is a thing. Being able to forget about what happened, not totally, but understand that you got the feelers up and to come out and respond. Great crowds that we had all weekend to be able to respond the way we did on Saturday and Sunday. To have James Wood do his thing, but to me today, the story is Miles Michaelis. 7 innings of 3-hit ball, not giving up any runs, and for the 2nd straight time, no walks, right? I mean, the ability for him to get up there and just to continue to